Hello, it is Sara Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for Moon Astrology Tarot, this time for the moon in Aries, and the sun is finishing up in Leo, heading into Virgo. So we're going to have some shifts in energy. However, we're still in the Mercury retrograde until the 28th, I believe. The biggest thing about this moon in Aries is we're just coming off of that full moon in Aquarius and then in Pisces, and now things might get a little bit temper tantrumy with a moon in Aries because we also have Mars squaring Venus. Mars is currently in Gemini, Venus is currently in Virgo. These are both Mercury ruled signs, so they don't always get along. And the moon being in Aries, which is a Mars ruled, so Mars may have the upper hand here. So that means you're, more masculine, your action oriented energy, your get out and get after it energy. However, Venus, may be a little more destabilized maybe with this, but Venus is obviously relationships, money, finances, that sort of thing. But like I said, she's not as strong in Virgo. And the sun's moving into Virgo, which could help Venus out a bit. But I feel like this could be one of those like people too much in their head, and maybe too much in their too much in their head, too much in their like feistiness or fieriness. Mars and Gemini, maybe they're, there could be some testy conversations, we'll say, or people just spouting off some shit just to spout off some shit. Because Mars can be that way, and Mars is in Gemini. So I don't know. I feel like the conversations could be, I think, be careful who you talk to and what you're talking about. And so with things heating up on the political theater stage, and whatnot, I feel like that could be those could be some dicey conversations. And I also, Venus, the feminine, the relationships, the finances, not as strong here. And so, this could be some dicey relationship things. And we're moving into a time and space where maybe like the big tests for relationships, and this could be your relationship with anything. It does not have to be romantic. Could be friendships, could be family relationships, things like that. Especially once we get into September, we will definitely see some things come up around family relationships, and whatnot when Mars moves into Cancer. We'll get there when we get there, but I feel like with this moon in Aries, things are already stirred up from that full moon that had both of those T-squares. That Pisces moon just kind of stirred the waters, and now this Aries moon is headstrong. It's maybe more mouthy, a little more feisty, those sorts of things. So it could be just a moment to, again, be careful who you get in conversation with and what you're actually talking about. So that's kind of all I really have for this. I mean, it's like the masculine and feminine face squaring off. But unfortunately, the feminine Venus is in her fall position. So she's not as strong here as the masculine is. That's why I feel like it could be like a Mars rule, Mars like overruling the situation. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Conversations, watch the conversations, and whatnot. Okay. So the, Virgo season, sun and rising signs will be coming up in the next couple of days, and whatnot. What else did I want to say? I got new lighting. I'm working on more lighting for the back here. However, to be honest with you, the only reason that I don't have the back thing lit up is because I need to de-wrinkle it. So yeah, that's why it's not lit up. So y'all can't see the wrinkles in it. Um, but of course, the usual links are in the usual place. I hope you guys are loving the Aquarius experiment. I'm really loving that little adventure and whatnot. I intend on only doing it through August, but we'll see what happens at the end of August. And there may be a new video series. There may be nothing for a while. I don't know. I haven't really felt through that. I'm really introspective right now, so a lot of stuff is like getting a little bit more challenging to do. Um, you know, yeah, we have some astrology coming up that's indicative of introspective. We got the King of Batleths upright. I believe this is Gowron from the Klingons. Um, King of Batleths, King of Swords, King of Intellect. Yeah, I mean, this is the Klingons are the warriors, and I think it's an opportunity to use your head, but also like use your head and critically think, critically ha critically conversate, which is obviously something I can't do today. Um, but I feel like this is about leadership and really ensuring your personal authority, your personal leadership of yourself. Because I feel like, especially, I'm going to say it again, as we move into September, what you think is leadership may not be leadership, right? It may not be leading you. Are you being led where you really want to go? And this is where that critical thinking and critical discernment comes into play. Are you really being led where you want to go, or are you just following along because that's what you've always done? We're in this deconditioning and deprogramming space and time where you know cognitive dissonance is a thing. Coming to the realization that you don't want to follow where the leadership is going. And this could be leadership in any capacity. I don't have to be talking about political theater. I could be talking about your job. Is your company that you work for going in a direction that you can align with? Is your partner, are your friend groups going in the direction that you want to go in? Or are you just following along? And I think this is a great opportunity with this Mars-Venus square to really critically think. These are in mercurial signs. It's about communication. It's about the mind. It's about thinking. I like that. I like that King of Batleths for this moon in Aries, because I do think there's a lot of people that are like asking questions where they maybe didn't ask questions before. And really feeling into, no, actually, that actually isn't going to work for me in my life. And this goes back to that solar plexus chakra and really feeling into your gut. Virgo, I'll talk about this more in the sun and rising signs and as we get further into Virgo season, but Virgo is about the digestive system, the second brain, the gut brain connection, and that part, those parts of the nervous system. And so, there really could be some critical thinking, discernment, and coming to some conclusions about your own ability to critically, think about. And then this is the Angel Tarot. We got the Empress upright. This is card number 3. This is Archangel Gabriel. And the message on this card is lavish abundance. Give birth to new dreams and nurture yourself and others. I mean, to me, this is compassion. And we could talk a lot about compassion on the Virgo Pisces axis, because as people are maybe coming to realizations of things aren't the leadership isn't going where you want it to go. I think there's a level of compassion here. there's a level of compassion for those who are choosing to continue to follow, even though they don't align with it or they don't agree with it, but they're like, I'm still going to follow it because this is what I've always done. So there's a level of compassion here. Give birth to new ideas. I don't know, this is a lot of retrogrades to go with any kind of new ideas, but also it's a self-discovery thing. So, if you do have some epiphanies or some ideas, I mean, throw spaghetti at the wall, run with it, see what happens. Why the hell not, right? Because, big shifts and big changes are on the horizon in just about 6 months or so. So, I mean, this could be an opportunity. Also, we're running out of time with Mars before Mars starts to slow down and go retrograde. We're really running out of Mars time. And once Mars gets into Cancer in early September, it's really going to start to slow down, and we're going to run out of that motivation with Mars to get anything going. So, you could feel stagnant by November, December. So, there's that. But anyway, so I hope that's helpful. I am feeling a little scattered as always. This Jupiter and Gemini is kicking my ass. So pray for me, please. And I hope my messages are coming across with some kind of clarity. Because I sometimes don't feel like I'm coming off with a lot of clarity. So, and there could be some self-doubt in there for me as well. Anywho, so yeah. Hope this is helpful. The usual links are in the usual places. I will get the Virgo sun and rising signs up as soon as possible. But I do have several other videos to get done before I can get to that one. So thank you for your patience as always. I appreciate you. The zodiac teas for, well, the ones for Leo were amazing. And then I will do the ones for Virgo probably in the next couple of days. So be attentive and on the lookout for those. Otherwise, I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye for now.